We've waited and waited and waited for FC25's biggest promo of the year, which is, of course, going to be Team of the Year, which basically, in my head, starts today. January 6th. When the voting comes out, Team of the Year has begun. Because if you've played Ultimate Team in any iteration before this, FIFA 23, 22, FC24, or any time before that, you'll know something about Team of the Year that the newbies don't, which is that the market is going to tank before Team of the Year even comes out. And if you do not prepare accordingly, you're going to get screwed. You're going to lose most of your coins, and we're going to laugh at you because here on Nitro Gaming, we're going to make profit off of your mistakes. So don't let that be you. Today, I'm telling you guys exactly how to prepare for Team of the Year, not just with cards you should sell, but also how to make coins this week during NumeroFUT, which is still out until technically, I guess, Wednesday of next week, I think, because we are going to get more cards Friday, I believe. Yeah, NumeroFUT items are available in Ultimate Team for another 8 days. So it'll be out until Wednesday next week, and then officially Team of the Year or pre-Team of the Year will begin. So we've got a lot to talk about today for Team of the Year. Let's go ahead and hop into it. And of course, with the biggest promo of the year, if you need any extra coins, go ahead and check out U7Buy. Do you need coins in FC25 Ultimate Team? Then go to U7Buy.com. It is the quickest, most reliable, and the safest platform on the internet. Big creators use it. It has the best reviews. And if you use my code NITRO, you're going to get an extra 6% at checkout. You can even get specific players you want to add to your Ultimate Team straight from U7Buy. And if it's your first time, you'll get a newcomer's bonus added to what you get. Link down below. We made a lot of coins off of this one because Sadio Mane did drop yesterday into the game as an SBC, and the Senegal manager, which we were getting for 1,000 coins and less, is now 4,300, and a lot of people probably were able to sell their manager for over that. We've still got a couple sitting on our transfer list. I wanted to leave a couple of them sitting there just because we got these cards again. 350 coins, 1,300, 1,200. Managers can be such a low-key investment, especially when you get an obscure nation coming to an SBC. Sadio Mane, he doesn't play for a top 5 league, and so of course there's going to be other ways to link him into the squad, and manager is the way to go. Of course, people are probably not going to be linking Sadio Mane into their squad with icons, right? They're just different values. If you've already got a ton of icons in your team, you're probably not even doing the Sadio Mane SBC, and that was the logic behind it, and it worked out perfectly. So if you made any coins off of that manager, go ahead and drop Sadio Mane hype down in the comments below. I'll make sure to drop a heart on it. So today, we've got some other ideas on investments, but I'm not 100% confident in them. I've got a couple of Mainoos right now, and I've got this card, quite frankly, for no direct reason other than the fact that I think he is a little bit too cheap after his price range got updated. Because Mainoo, this card is pretty good, actually. I've used it in the game because I packed him on our new account here. And so I packed him and I've been using him and I'm like, okay, this is a very usable card. He's part of the Gullet gang, which isn't as important as it used to be once upon a time in Ultimate Team. But this card at 14K, I think a lot of the reason is because this card was not extinct, but the opposite of extinct, wasn't selling on the market for 40K. And it wasn't selling from Wednesday all the way until the next Friday. So you made it a week and a couple of days where this card didn't sell. So if you packed that card during that week and a half that it was in packs, that entire time, you couldn't sell the card. So everybody that did pack him during that time has been selling him over the course of the last 24, 48 hours. And now he's starting to actually go back up a little bit. But the only problem with this is the fact that the market really isn't going to rise on Wednesday and Thursday. So this would be an outlier. However, I think at the current price of 14,000 coins, which is exactly what he is still, 14,000 coins, you're not risking a lot on this card. And he gets great links. Manchester United, England, 88 rated. It's not bad. And I just think it could be a low-key investment that makes us a few thousand coins over the next few days in a market that isn't really rising. And another card that I have invested in, I've got like 4 of them, is Tijani Reinders. So this card right here, 30,000 coins, 250. Now that card, you might notice, has been going for that price for quite a long time. At 87 rated, he still hasn't gotten his upgrade yet, but take a look right here. He hasn't been selling at 30,000 coins for a week now, but now you can see he's starting to go up a little bit. And so we've been picking up this card for 30,000 coins because people are still listing him at that price, but he's slightly going up in price. Now, he started as an 87 rated card. He's gone and gotten the 6 club goals with Milan. He's also gotten the upgrade, which gives him the long ball pass and relentless. EA have given him that. However, they haven't given him the +1 overall in the Roll Plus yet. So that's coming soon, and he's already earned it. It just comes down to, when do EA actually want to do their job and upgrade the Thunderstruck cards? Now, I don't work for EA, obviously, because it's been nearly 3 weeks since my main account has been banned, and they still haven't even, rejected the appeal, let alone looked at it. They haven't done anything with it. So obviously, I can't tell you when this card's going to be upgraded, but the answer has to be eventually, right? They will eventually do their job and upgrade him. And when that happens, I mean, he's probably also going to have all stats 80 and above. They're going to boost his defense by 2. And pretty good card as it is. Again, this card was in the best of, which means that it went down in price quite significantly during the time that it was in packs, from 310,000 coins to not selling at 30K, dropping down to 10% of his price. Diogo Dalot did basically the exact same thing. This Dalot card went from 200,000 coins all the way down to 20K, which we bought that card and then sold for like 30K, and now he is 46,000 coins. So if you held a little longer, congratulations, you hit the Dalot sweepstakes because of the fact that he's gotten even more evolutions to get even better, like the Remember Kleiber evolution, and he also fits into the weak foot upgrade that most people do fit into. And speaking of cards that have absolutely skyrocketed in price, James Rodriguez, who we shouted out for 1,200 coins, has gone up all the way up to extinct. And that makes sense because he was barely in packs for like a day and a half before that card went back out of packs and his 90 rated came along. However, is this market going to continue to rise forever? The answer is no. It is Monday today, and so the market is very healthy, and I think that even tomorrow, on Tuesday, we should be okay. But come Wednesday, we're going to see the market really start to tank. And I really don't see much of a recovery happening after that, because Wednesday is known as Market Crash Day. It just happens every single week with casino SBCs. Division rival rewards happen Thursday morning, so people are panic selling for that. And then the rival rewards come out and it drops even lower. And then on Friday, you get more content. And so it's like a gauntlet of content that brings the market down. And so over the course of the next 24 hours is the last little bit of prosperity on this market before we hit the Great Depression of FC25. Now, it's not going to last all too long, fellas, but what I will say, if you take a look at NumeroFUT itself, I would stay the hell away from these cards, because if you take a look at last year, and last year during this time, the promo was Fire and Ice. So let me go ahead and see if I can pull up the Fire and Ice promo. Here's the Fire cards right there. I had the Ice cards pulled up somewhere, but I can't find them. Either way, here are the Fire cards that came out the week or 2 weeks before Team of the Year came out last year. And if you take a look at some of the big boys like Neymar Jr., you'll notice that this card dropped not only while it was in packs, but even after it was out of packs. Take a look right here. That card goes out of packs at 3.5 million coins. That's when he goes out of packs. And that card, after he's out of packs, going closer and closer to Team of the Year, even into Team of the Year by 2 days, at 3.2 million coins. He dropped 300,000 coins in just that week out of packs into the Team of the Year market crash. So this is a huge, huge drop, but even more than that is the rise that comes afterwards. So you buy that card into the Team of the Year hype. Maybe you'll buy him on the first day of Team of the Year, the second day, third day, or even right before Team of the Year. Anywhere in that range that you think he's hitting a low point, he probably is. And that's a good time to buy, because take a look at what happens after that. Just in a week, that card goes from 3.2 to 4.1 million coins. Just a week is all it takes to go up almost a million coins. But the longer you hold, the better, because if you make it until mid-February, he hit nearly 6 million coins. which isn't quite doubling in price, but it is getting kind of close to it because he went from 3.2 to 5.6, 5.8 at his peak. Very, very big rise in price. And that's not an outlier. This kind of happened for all of the meta cards in the Fire and Ice promo. You take a look at Sunny Boy, and the same thing happened. You can see that right here, this card went out of packs at, where is it? 1.4 million coins. And then before and during Team of the Year, that card was about 1.3 million coins. So he didn't drop quite as much as Neymar. Obviously, he's not as expensive. But that card still went from 1.3 million coins, really 1.29, which was the Wednesday before Team of the Year, which makes a lot of sense. The Wednesday before Team of the Year was his low point. That's 2 days before the Team of the Year attackers came out. And then his high point, he rose all the way up to 1.9 million coins in the first week of February and up to over 2 million by March. But it's a pretty quick rise, going from 1.2 or 1.3 all the way to 1.8 to 1.9. A very easy way to make coins. You can use that card in the meantime while it's making you coins. That card is going to go up in price, but you can also use it at the exact same time. And so for those cards that are currently in NumeroFUT, like Rafael Leao is an example of that, maybe a little bit of Lewandowski, that even Jonathan Tah, right? Those are going to be cards that follow this exact same trend. And I honestly do think that the same thing is going to happen for the middle tier cards. The only thing you have to consider, fellas, is the power curve changing, right? The power curve will change a little bit. And so any cards that are just barely hanging on to being meta might not rise as much over time. Whereas cards like Rafael Leao are going to be usable probably until March or April. So those cards are much safer to invest in before Team of the Year actually comes out. Now, if we talk about Team of the Year cards themselves, these cards are also going to be great investments if you have the coins. U7buy.com, code Nitro if you need any extras before Team of the Year. But take a look at Erling Haaland, fellas. This card, during the Team of the Year promo, it was obviously out on the first day because he's an attacker, so he dropped with Messi and with Mbappe. But this card, on average, was 5.1 million coins on the first day of release, on that Friday. However, what I will tell you is that if you bought during the first hours after release, you will have gotten that card for closer to 4 million coins. So everybody opens their packs really early, and they're going to open over the first couple of hours. Even if they're saving some packs for the full team, they're going to open some on the first day. And so you see so much supply for these attackers, like Erling Haaland. These cards are going to go up in price even while they're still in packs during the full team. Now, he does go out of packs on Sunday, and he rises while he's out of packs. However, everybody's expecting that he's going to crash back down in price on this Thursday and on this Friday once he comes back into packs. But it never happens because, one, they're tougher to pack when the full team is out, and two, there's just not going to be that much supply, whereas the demand is crazy and everybody's opened their packs, so there's no fear of buying cards anymore. There's no panic selling, and there's no, liquidation being ready for a market crash. The market crash had already happened, so everybody's buying, and they have more coins because they've opened their saved packs. And so these cards go up in price even further, and by the time that Team of the Year is even over, he's 9 million coins. He goes from 5 million, less than 5 million, all the way up to 9 million coins. You hold that card throughout February and into early March. That card went up all the way to 12.7 million coins before the March market crash happened. But, fellas, such easy coins if you have a high bankroll on these Team of the Year. So they follow the exact same trend that all of the other meta cards that come out before Team of the Year do, which is buy that card before or on the first day or two of Team of the Year. That is the time you buy your metas. You don't wait any longer than that. Speaking of Team of the Year, though, we do have the vote coming out today, and I have a couple of cards that I think I'll be voting on for Team of the Year. So let me go over to my profile here on Twitter. And I actually tweeted this out a couple of days ago. It's right here. I've changed my mind already. I am going to vote for Haaland and Vinicius Jr. because I do think Haaland is still the best striker in the world, and that might be my Dortmund bias showing. Even though he's been not as great over the last last 2 months with Man City, they've been on a bit of a dry streak, which they are starting to turn around. And I'm obviously voting for Vinicius Jr. He deserves it. Second place in Ballon d'Or voting and spectacular in the Champions League. I was going to vote for Lautaro Martinez. I've changed my mind. Okay, he was spectacular in the first half of the year. He was the Serie A Golden Boot. He was so good. He obviously was the Copa America Golden Boot. He scored the goal against Colombia coming off the bench to win Copa America for Argentina, but he hasn't been as spectacular in Serie A during this season, and Mohamed Salah is going to get my vote because he's probably the most informed player in the world right now. Might be recency bias, but I'm going to go with Mo Salah. I'm obviously voting for Rodri. That's their Ballon d'Or winner, and even though he did hurt his knee a couple months ago, he's still got to get in. Has to be. You can't snub the Ballon d'Or winner. Then you've got Bellingham, definitely going to get in, and Wirtz. I think that's an easy vote for me on the midfield. Those are my three for sure. Let me know if you have any different. I'm going to go for Carvajal as a defender at right back. That guy won Euros. That guy scored in the Champions League final and won the Champions League with Real Madrid. And even though he also got injured, you got to throw him in. This guy was incredible. And you just didn't expect it, I don't think, from Carvajal this year. But he did it. And he's just a serial winner. Then you've got Van Dijk and Saliba. I think that those are the strongest center backs in the world. I love Ronald Araujo. I think he's underrated. I think Ronald Araujo needs to be in more, conversations with the best center backs in the world. But those are my two votes because Arsenal, they were the team during the calendar year which conceded the least amount of goals, and this guy was the main reason for that. Then I'm going Grimaldo. Bayer Leverkusen deserved their flowers. What they did last year was incredible. They almost won the Europa League treble, invincible. That shouldn't even be a sentence, but they only lost one game. Incredible. And they've still been pretty good since then. Grimaldo, a big piece of that. Sure, there's a lot of moving parts. Frimpong, spectacular. We obviously have Wirtz in here, and Xabi Alonso is a genius, but Grimaldo is going to be my vote for left back. I think a lot of people are voting for Theo Hernandez because he's just spectacular in FC 25, but I'm going to vote for Grimaldo. Goalkeeper probably deserves to be Emiliano Martinez. Probably deserves to be. That guy was incredible in Copa America again. He helped get Aston Villa into the Champions League. Aston Villa are still very good. This guy is, one of the greatest Argentinian players of all time at this point, because of what he has done for that country and how many trophies he has helped them win, being a centerpiece of that team. But I'm voting for Gregor Kobel. I don't care, okay? My Dortmund bias is showing. If they give me the opportunity to vote for Kobel, I'm voting for him. Dortmund had no reason to be in the Champions League final, and Kobel and Mats Hummels basically carried us on their back, and Dortmund somehow made it to the Champions League final. Gregor Kobel is so underrated, so I'm voting for him. I don't care what anybody says. And then Gyökeres, I would vote for on a 12th man. They're probably EA are going to go out and just throw Mbappe in here, or Cristiano Ronaldo, or Lionel Messi, whatever big name sells them the most packs. But I don't care. I'm voting for Gyökeres if they give me the opportunity. That's going to be it for today's video, though. Let me know who you're voting for later today. In the comments below, I'll make sure to drop a heart on your comment. You can just say you're voting for a single player or your entire team. I don't care. I'll drop a heart on them either way. I want to see all the comments today. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Drop a like on the video. Peace out.